Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Ben Sorensen's Real Country Interviews, bringing you the stars of country.
It's Ben Sorensen here, and I'm joined by the boy from the bush, Lee Kernahan. G'day, buddy. How you doing?
I'm great, Ben. How are you, mate?
Oh, fantastic. Now, you have been so incredibly busy over the last 12 or 18 months, and caught up with you quickly in Tamworth, but you're in town soon with the Caboolture Urban Music Festival on the 1st to the 4th of May.
Yeah, it's just an absolute massive festival, and it's more than just country music. It's a huge community event that goes over 4 days, and something like 500 artists, 11 stages, 16 different venues, lots of free shows, and there's a big concert on the Saturday night with myself and John Williamson and Adam Harvey and a whole bunch of others, so it'll be great.
Oh, it sounds fantastic, and with over 500 artists, I mean, there's got to be something for everybody there.
Well, there is, and you know, you've got the big stars doing the main concert on the Saturday night, but you've also got these search for a great guitarist, like a guitar search, where budding guitarists from all over Australia will come to sort of fight it out to see who's the hottest. You've also got a great talent search, and you get a lot of record company executives going up there to the Caboolture Festival, because it really is a great outlet for up-and-coming artists. The talent search is always terrific, and the Butte Ute show is fabulous, like the best feral ute, best chicks ute, best four-wheel drive ute. It's my kind of country, mate.
Oh, I think those ute shows are fantastic. The things some of the people do with them.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. You know, like there's a whole ute culture out there, and it's great that a vehicle that helps you get the job done out in the bush can also be a great way to travel around and see this country and get along to events like Caboolture and catch up with mates and have a few drinks. Let it all hang out.
I tell you what, there is nothing that fills you with, or fills me with more pride to be Australian than seeing a dressed up ute cruise down the highway with the R.M. Williams stickers on the back and the swag in the back of the ute.
Yeah, you're not going to see that picture anywhere else in the world, are you?
It's something very special, and I'm pleased that the Caboolture Urban Music Festival has incorporated that into what really is more than just a country music festival. It's almost like an Australian festival.
Yes, that's right, mate. There's fireworks and work and various workshops and food and wine and a whole lot of things for the whole family. Bush poet breakfasts and you name it. It's great. It's a great celebration of Australia and Australian culture. Now,
something else that's a great celebration of Australia is a lot of the music that you put out, Lee, and we're recording a new album next week, I hear.
Yes, mate. I've been working hard on this record for probably 2 years with the songwriting, and it's all starting to come together now, and they've told me, son, it's time to get yourself down to Sydney, get into the recording studio, make a record.
And is that still an exciting time? Because you're in double digits now with your albums.
Yeah, well, it's always nerve-wracking because you're only as good as your last record, so you're back to square one, and I always sort of set the bar fairly high for myself, and I'm hoping this time I don't go running and crashing straight into the bar.
Yeah. Any surprises planned on this one?
Well, I think it's going to have a fair amount of edge about it. Country music is constantly evolving and changing, and strangely the songs that I had that I was going to cut on the record a year ago, they're not really the ones that are going to make it the final cut on the album now. The songs are about Australia, about our way of life, life experiences, stories I've been told, the people I've met, and it's all wrapped up into one album.
Tell you what, I can't wait to hear it. So when's the estimated release date again?
They're telling me it'll be out in around October.
Fantastic. Watch this space.
Yeah, so that's what I'll be doing after Caboolture. It's down to the studio and into it, and got to make the video clips and do all the artwork and all that sort of stuff. So I'm in training because I've got to pay for all my sins on the treadmill at the moment.
Oh, mate, I'm looking down, and I tell you what, we've got a lot in common in that department.
Yeah.
Too many nights that I've enjoyed myself too much.
The older you get, the harder you got to go, mate.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'm living on the dream right now. Is life a little bit quieter for you now? Because you were officially Australian of the Year last year, and that was a massive year for you. Has it quietened down a little bit, or have you just replaced it with other stuff?
Well, it was a huge responsibility, and especially with people suffering so much out there in the bush, in drought-stricken areas, and I concentrated very heavily on that and reported back to the government on a regular basis as to what I was seeing, and they didn't like a lot of what I was saying, and sometimes the truth hurts, but it had to be said, it had to be documented, and I did all of that. I'll still continue with that kind of work, but probably not at the level that I was operating at over 2008. You know, I've just made it my sole responsibility. In fact, I pretty well stopped the music side of things so I could concentrate on that. But it was a year I'll never forget. It was a huge learning curve. I learned a lot about the bush, a lot about our country, and I'm so deeply honoured for having the opportunity to have done it, mate.
Well, you certainly are a man with a lot of passion for the country in which you live and the industry in which you work. Thank you so much for joining us, Lee Kernahan, and we'll catch you down at the Caboolture Urban Country Music Festival from the 1st to the 4th of May.
You beauty, Ben. Keep up the great work, mate. Keep flying that flag.
He's staring down the barrel of another desperate day, pulls on his boots. He can't walk away. He's running on empty. He's knocked about and bent, but he'll still be standing when the river runs again. Is the spirit in the rock, or pass the hat around? Is it freedom on the wallaby, or a dusty patch of ground? Is it a waltz, sing Matilda, or a hand upon your shoulder? Is this the spirit of the bush? She stares at empty cupboards, just like the day before. It's been so long, and she can't take it anymore. But she digs a little deeper and somehow finds the strength. She keeps believing there'll be better days ahead. Is the spirit in the rock, or pass the hat around? Is it freedom on the wallaby, or a dusty patch of ground? Is it a waltz, sing Matilda, or a hand upon your shoulder? Is this the spirit of the bush? There when young Ned Kelly stood up for those oppressed, or when the brave young Anzacs put their courage to the test? Or is it out there with the battler when he gives it one last try? Through the darkest moments you see your spirit shine. Is the spirit in the rock, or pass the hat around? Is it freedom on the wallaby, or a dusty patch of ground? Is it a waltz, sing Matilda, or a hand upon your shoulder? Is this the spirit of the bush? Is the spirit in the rock, or pass the hat around? Is it freedom on the wallaby, or a dusty patch of ground? Is it waltz, sing Matilda, or a hand upon your shoulder? Is this the spirit of the bush?
Another Ben Sorensen Real Country interview. Hear this interview and many more at www.realcountrymix.com.